Okay. Oh well, whatever. Yeah.
So, we just got out of the heat.
Is that what it was called?
Yes.
Okay. It can call itself whatever it wants. That doesn't change what it is.
Fucking A. Okay, you know what?
What, Michael?
God damn it.
This was an experience.
This movie is a piece of crap!
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I don't think
It has been...
I would have... go ahead.
It has been... You know, I have had to poop a lot of crap doing this. I have had the blessing of being months without being this mad at a movie. I don't even know what were you gonna say?
I don't think I would have been anywhere near as upset with it if it wasn't for the audience.
I'm not sure what I was madder at, the movie or the fucking people watching this. Now, I try not to bash people for liking material that I don't like, because that's not fair, but god damn it, people. Not only was the theater packed, but they thought this is the fucking funniest movie they've ever seen in their goddamn life. And you think I'm swearing a lot? They swear 10 times more than me in this movie, which is saying something. God damn it.
By the way, this was the movie that we couldn't remember the trailer for, Man of Steel.
Was it?
It was for this movie, because I remember the boss in Boston.
Oh, fuck.
I remember that guy, and I was like, oh, he was in the trailer.
That's the one. Now I know why we don't remember him.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I'm just... You know what? Steven Spielberg was right. Hollywood is imploding. I wasn't convinced before, but now I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm mad. I can't honestly think of much to say at the moment. Because I'm just feeling... I haven't been this mad since Die Hard. Okay, so for those who have not seen the 500 trailers they put in every goddamn theater since this movie, started campaigning, this is a buddy cop movie. Allegedly, buddy cop movie starring Sandra Bullock and whatever the fuck that girl from Mike and Molly is. What is her name? Jenny McCarthy or something like that?
Something McCarthy.
Yeah. Who plays the red... If you can spell the stereotypes the right way, Sandra Bullock is the kind of goody two-shoe but completely incompetent at her job FBI agent who nobody likes, and McCarthy is the bitchy, wouldn't last a week on the job police officer who gets all the jokes by various combinations of swear words and by being a completely horrible person. And that's it. That's the movie. Pretty much. Yeah. Is them two supposedly learning something, even though they really don't.
Well, she says, Sandra Bullock's character has that giant speech about how her partner was this great cop and they all hated. So she learned her lines from the script.
That's as much as very lyric.
Because the character definitely couldn't have learned that in any kind of suspension of disbelief.
Because, the moral of the lesson is really, if you're the reckless buddy cop, everything will work out just fucking fine. Because, there's no such thing as due process or warrants or proper interrogation methods. Hell, you can make a list of just how many laws they break over the course of the movie. The fact that all the work was done completely nothing because they'd be in jail. And fucking McCarthy, what is this, one of the worst, even by buddy cop reckless standards, this is bad.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to root for her, and she's the most unlikable human being in the first 5 minutes. Really, you like this person. I mean,
I don't like her. But compared to every other character in the film, I'm just like...
So, it's like...
You say, the funny line occasionally, like the...
I think I counted 3 lines.
The 2 or 3 that were like actual legitimate, just like, okay, that's pretty... And they're all her.
I almost felt bad for laughing because I was like, oh, damn it, no.
Now the movie's winning.
Yeah, exactly. Like the line about Schindler's List kind of made me laugh.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
That was a funny line. Maybe we're just so desperate for that point. It's like, I feel now I know what Grant felt like during Scary Movie 5 when he just completely snapped. Because I don't know, it's like I don't know what I was madder at, the movie or the audience. Because the audience kept pissing me off. Because apparently they were laughing their ass off,
fucking loving it.
They were roaring and clapping and applauding and the oohs and ahs whenever the movie told you to do that. Cause
yeah.
And then they get the aw when they hear the now you're supposed to care music starts playing.
Yeah, right.
It's always piano music. It's always the dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's like I wrote something in there. It's like dun dun dun. It's like, oh, you wrote down 3.
It's like,
chords.
oh, it's supposed to feel sad now. Okay.
This is the first film in years I've checked my phone during.
I think I checked mine like 3 times. Because I was
and when I checked my phone, I was like, it's only been 50 minutes.
I checked mine at 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, fucking A, we still got an hour and a half left. It's like, we're in trouble. Hell, we're in trouble from the minute I got here. Because apparently when I went to buy my ticket for the Heat, the guy didn't believe me, and he gave me a ticket for White House Down. So like, that right away I knew I was in trouble. And then we got the trailer for every horrible comedy coming out for the next year, and we'll get to those.
All of which looked funnier than this movie.
Oh my god, they look like fucking Monty Python compared to this.
Right?
Ugh, I mean, it's weird for me to get mad at this movie since I didn't get mad like After Earth and like that, but at least that was kind of fun because like watching a train wreck, so it was kind of enjoyable from that.
But it's like you just don't even see the train wreck happening, you just see the aftermath and you just see all the bodies and you're like, oh, this is not funny.
That is a great comparison right there. Maybe this is a sequel to After Earth. Wouldn't that be a kick in the head?
It all makes sense. Humanity caused its own downfall.
And then Sandra Bullock comes.
Those two are the start of that.
New world. It kind of makes sense in a weird, twisted way.
They're gonna go all Robocop. Or what was the robot in Robocop? That's not Robocop.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
I've actually never seen Robocop.
What the fuck? They get the robot that's supposed to be better than Robocop, but then Robocop comes out, and then the robot's basically just like...
So is that the reboot?
malfunctions, and it's like death penalty for just like crossing or jaywalking and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go all Robocop on the world with their increasingly reckless methods.
Yeah, and they just got more and more absurd. It just gets ridiculous, and it's astonishing that people just give him a slap on the wrist and let him go. By the day, it's like, no, you're coming with me. I'm taking your badge. You know, like actual fucking cops would do.
Like you're in jail.
Like you're in jail. You have to crash your car. Like play Russian roulette with some guy's crotch. You know,
McCarthy's character was in jail within the first minute of the film.
She would have been in her first appearance. She would have been in jail.
Yeah, exactly. Like she would have been detained, completely stricken of her. Dishonorably discharged.
Because not only does she do all this shit, she just directly shit talks her boss frequently and with great gusto. And it just continues that through the whole fucking movie. It never stops. It is just like, it never shuts the hell up. Through the whole hour and 59 minutes. And I was counting, by the way. Make no mistake, I was keeping track. Because, oh my god.
I just don't want to talk about this.
Well, you're gonna have to. I'm mad, so you're here with me. This is what I do. Is see shitty movies now.
Let's see what else happened.
Okay, so the story, or lack thereof, is about Sandra Bullock, who's an FBI agent who's terrible at her job.
No, she's not really terrible. She's just kind of a bitch. Yeah,
that too. I take it back. Her coworkers are terrible at her job because they take one look around, don't even touch anything, go, oh, there's no drugs here. There's no guns here. Our dog didn't smell anything. That means there must be anything here. And then Sandra Bullock does that annoying, pretentious thing you see. Like,
oh, you think the house is clean? Oh, yeah. Well
that they did in fucking Ace Ventura. and that was funnier.
That was funny then.
Yeah, that was fun. I would have liked the little good old Mr. Knish in this, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. I should take that back. I don't, because I just remembered what I was referring to. But anyway, and then of course, like, oh, there's nothing here, is there? Is there? Well, how about this? And there's drugs, and then like, there's no guns here. There. Well, how about this? And there's that shit, like that pretentious revealer at the end of the movie that everybody hates. And that's our introduction to the character, because you know you like her already.
Oh yeah, totally.
This is a totally memorable character, or whatever the hell her name is. And then, don't check your phone. Put that away. You're on my time. Don't check game facts. If I've talked about the She movie, so do you.
I'd rather find all the new Pokemon info. To be honest.
Well, too bad, you
The
know.
new movie showed new Pokemon. Well, am I just supposed to not find out?
Well, you can find out in like 20 minutes.
Did we even last that long?
Don't get all hard on me, right? Whoa, I don't know why my windshield wipers are on.
Wipe away our tears.
Rolling down the fucking windows. It's hot as hell in here. It's like 9:30 at night and it's hot as hell. That is not right. Okay.
It's probably 93 out there right now. Driving over here, it was 98. I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah. So, of course, then we go over to... And it turns out there's some big drug lord named, what, Larkin?
Yeah.
And Sandra Bullock is put on the case, and there's a promotion that she wants to get.
She has to get the promotion because my job's meaningless without it.
Clearly. And then the Hispanic guy, the Hispanic boss, goes into the, it's like, you don't work well with others. It's like, so you have no idea where this is going.
You're totally not going to be buddy-buddy by the end of it.
Yeah, it's like...
Because you've never seen the fucking trailer.
Or any movie since the 80s, really, for that matter. So, of course, she goes to Boston, try to track down the drug lord, and she finds fucking McCarthy doing her shtick for a whole hour and 59 minutes. And, of course, they have the cliche, well, we have to work together, because apparently nobody wants to take away my badge for whatever reason. And my superiors are idiots who don't realize that this woman is clearly a threat to every possible positive change I can make ever. So they have to work together, and of course, you go on the whole buddy cop tropes you know you're gonna get from minute one. And Bill Burr is in there, and I don't know why.
That was the worst cameo.
I don't know what the hell he was doing there. Somebody had to have dirt on him. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, he's the last cameo he was in Breaking Bad, so he was in something good, so I guess they'd do something equally horrible to make up for it. To kind of like balance it out, you know? I don't know. And then this movie's bizarrely biased against albinos of all things. What the hell is up with that?
Well, this is the worst movie I've seen since Temptation. And the only race that movie didn't make fun of were albinos.
So I guess it's pick up the slack.
Exactly. All the cosmic force had to go at work to make this.
To be fair, aside from Game of Thrones, you don't see that many albinos walking around movies or TV, so I guess bravo in a strangely kind of still racist way.
Well, I mean, like...
Even though it was
that would
clearly
be
just
okay if it wasn't the fact that he was the butt of every fucking joke, because he's albino. Yeah.
Surprisingly no Hispanic or black jokes in this. Surprisingly not that many Hispanic or black jokes in this. I was kind of expecting that. But
yeah.
There's a couple in there, but they point out that it was racist. Oh, there was the watermelon joke. I forgot about that one.
That was actually pretty funny.
Like, there's I think I counted 2 or 3 lines that kind of made me chuckle. And I felt kind of mad right afterwards because I didn't want to. I was like, I saw the smile. I was like, oh fuck you.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to read reviews about this on movie blog websites.
Patrick liked this movie.
About...
I'm going to have a talk
I'll get into
with
that
him.
later. But it's going to be how this is like the greatest... Well, not the greatest, but the worst... like the worst feminist cinema since Thelma and Louise Attacking Men. I'm just like, I really don't think this is the case, but I know out there I'm gonna go read all this fucking shit when I get home tonight.
Could you just look that up on Rotten Tomato and shit? Or...
What?
So like I just looked up on Rotten Tomato or something? Or...
Oh yeah, I think Armin White's gonna talk about it. And you know, I can understand where like a movie like that would need to exist, but
at what cost?
Did it have to be this? Because I think, like, maybe I'm going to give the writer some credit. He had this serious script.
Well, hello there, headlights.
This serious script that was just like, you know, it actually is hard for a woman in this line of work.
Yeah,
and then he wrote this super serious ass story where, like, the family was actually torn apart, not in this comedic, oh, we're all from Boston Irish kind of way. But then it's just like, I don't even know where I'm fucking going with this.
The point is, it's shit.
Point is, it's shit, and people are either going to go look too deep into this and see some giant misandrist part of like liberal Hollywood or whatever, or they're going to say like, oh, you know, you don't like this movie because the women are the leads. It's just like,
who the fuck would you say that?
It's going to happen.
Have you had people who've done that?
It's probably going to happen. Well, I've had the theory for some people where it's like, you like this movie? It's like, yeah, but like it's Thelma with Louise, but with guys. It's literally the same fucking thing.
It's like...
So I think that bias does exist, and I think this movie is going to cause a whole fucking shit.
Dude, are you leaving or are you staying?
What the fuck is your problem? It's going to cause this giant shitstorm, which I really do not want to deal with.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's going to be like another one of those forgettable comedies that people are just going to forget about within like a week when the next shitty one comes out.
People say that, but then you have the people who do reviews of these movies. I don't mean like us, I mean like
legitimate, getting paid to do this kind of thing?
Yeah, and then that's going to be fucking Reddit or whatever.
Oh,
or if it's going to be fucking
Reddit.
dig.com.
Yeah, that's a kind of breeding ground for that, isn't there?
Then that's going to go on to like our men's rights. It's going to go through all this shit, and I really just do not want to deal with this because this movie is not worth it.
You know, I think you're probably right. I don't want to believe it, but I doubt... I've seen political arguments pull out of the weirdest fucking shit, so...
Yep.
It would not shock me. I feel like a part of my soul died tonight.
Was this worse than Temptation?
No, because we got a funny audience then.
That's probably the only reason I like Temptation a little bit more than this. It's because the audience...
I mean, the quality-wise, Temptation...
Because the audience fucking turned on that movie
Yeah,
40 minutes in.
I mean, I think that's something the movie's so frustrating. Not the fact, if it was just like us in the theater, you would have hated this movie still, but I don't think it would have been as bad, because it just would have been us, and we wouldn't give a shit. It's the fact that so many people fucking laughed hysterically at this movie. It makes it so frustrating, because there are so many better things out there, and that the fact they just keep on this redundant crap, because they go to this redundant crap, they're gonna make more redundant crap. I know I'm like sound like a pretentious asshole here, but it's true. Is the fact that this garbage keeps getting made,
as shown by all the trailers in this film.
Yeah, and it's like, this is not what makes a good comedy. It's not. Obviously,
You didn't
it's not.
laugh. You didn't laugh at the swearing.
Oh yeah, because, well, to be fair, I use swearing a lot as my jokes.
You didn't laugh at the part where they mispronounced words because they have a funny Boston accent.
Oh yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
You know, like the JFK.
Oh, the knock.
Yeah.
Which is, Jesus Christ.
I was expecting them to say chowda at some points. I was honestly expecting it. But they never did, so I guess I'll give them that.
What
You didn't laugh at them. You didn't laugh at...
Okay, you know...
How about how albinos are not real people?
Oh, yeah, I love that fucking joke. It's might as well make a ginger soulless joke in there while you're at it.
See, you didn't like,
I'm just gonna list all the jokes that we didn't like. We'll be here for a long time.
You didn't like the
random threats of violence that they throw every 5 seconds.
And you didn't like the random acts of violence against people who did not deserve it at all.
And pointing guns at everyone that moves and nobody calls the police on them at any point during the movie.
Let's see, you didn't like the joke where she had that submarine sandwich in her fridge for like a week?
Yeah, now apparently she has like a ticking grenade in the fridge. Okay, that was mildly amusing. Or the pointless romance subplot, which went absolutely nowhere.
Oh, you didn't like that?
Oh, yeah, because, that had plenty of potential.
Oh, completely. I wanted to see that.
You didn't like how the real mastermind behind the whole thing turned out to be the albino's partner, who had, like, maybe 2 lines up to that point?
You didn't like,
We should make a game out of this. It's like, kind of like a I never drinking game out of it. You didn't like this joke, you didn't like that joke? I wish I had a fucking beer.
You didn't like how Sandra Bullock was really ladylike, and how McCarthy wasn't?
Oh, yeah.
It was so wacky.
Oh, kooky.
Yay.
And you didn't like the bar scene where they all start having that montage of dance sequences and drunken actions that the audience would not stop laughing at?
I laughed when they did Cheers, and then her cup broke and her hand was all messed up. It's like, I've been there. I guess he had to be there. You find that funny? Which obviously, I think the audience was drunk. It makes so much more sense.
Clearly, it is much more forgiving than we are. We're just cynical assholes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no bar close to here, so you can't really choose alcohol into it unless you really bought the shit out of
There's
Safeway.
a Safeway.
Yeah. Well,
They have Sobieski. We'll be alright.
we're going after this. I don't even know what else to say. I mean, this is just... Wow. It's like there's a right way and a wrong way to make swearing funny.
I don't think this movie did really much things right.
No, because it didn't put any fucking thought into it. I mean, this is as lazy gets.
I think they were thinking, this entire time, they're thinking, how can we put in the least amount of effort and make the most money?
Yeah.
So there was a lot of thought put into that.
You know, I'm gonna get hate mail for this, or hate messages, because I've already said a lot about this movie that a lot of people like. I still don't know why. But this reminds me kind of Anchorman.
Okay.
Because same reasons, there's no thought put into it. It's just a bunch of lazy assholes doing lazy jokes because they're too tired and lazy to actually come up with real fucking jokes that have actual fucking punchlines. But no, we're just gonna say wacky shit, and we're gonna do random crap because that's comedy.
Was a lot of this film improv on a lot of their dialogue?
Would not surprise me.
Because maybe the scripted parts were kind of funny. Maybe the parts that were not scripted were all the stuff where it's just like, yeah, are we going to do like this?
I mean,
and like they keep dragging on there for like 10 seconds, and you're like,
that actually wouldn't shock me now that I think about it. That seems entirely plausible. The difference is, I'll give Anchorman this much: at least the stuff they were saying were different.
yeah,
And they weren't just saying combinations of fuck, shit, cock, or whatever.
dick fucker.
Dick fucker. I kind of chuckled at that one. I said kind of loosely, but anyway. Either way, it's like, there is a right way and a wrong way to make swearing funny, and it all comes down to context. If you just swear like a sailor, that's not funny. That's just obnoxious. And I know I'm a total hypocrite for saying that, because I swear...
I have a sailor mouth in real life.
Because I swear at least like 50 times... I swear at least 50 times per video, but it's still true. And the way they do that, not funny. Not... You gotta be clever with it. At least you gotta try. You gotta do something. It's like saying, it's like this juvenile humor where you just say like penis, and everyone's like some idiot in the back will start chuckling. Penis. Because I have one of those, you know, that kind of fucking humor. That's what this movie basically is, like, fuck, oh, that's a swear word.
Oh, when the fucking Dark Knight joke happens, it's just like, hey, it's funny because that movie existed.
That was actually in a trailer.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
You're so tired, you're thinking of other things. But it's like, it's just pointless joke after pointless joke after pointless joke after pointless fucking joke. And not one of them, like, except...
On the plus side, like, the 2 or 3 jokes that were kind of funny were a fucking oasis. For those...
And then they ruined it 5 seconds later.
That's right. They did for...
Like, what was the one joke they used? Oh, yeah, it was like this part where, like, well, they can find one guy dead, and they cut out his tongue and put it in his... And they... Corners and like they put it in his rectum, so it looks like they
it's giving raspberries. Like, did they draw Google ads on it? No.
It's like kind of
seemed like a missed opportunity.
And it was like,
it's like
I'm kind of laughing at that. I kind of find
Sandra Bullock's like must have seemed too tongue in cheek.
And then it's like,
it's like, oh fuck. And the audience fucking ate that line up. The whole Google ads are just like tongue in cheek. Ah, you're so funny. Yeah.
What the hell was that? Was that you or was that me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, is someone tapping on the window? What the hell? There's a line where they say they're trying to get, like, McCarthy's family in a van because apparently the bad guys start threatening them.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes like, can't you leave someone behind? It's like, no, I could, but he'd be like Schindler's List. That line was kind of funny.
Yeah, no, that was pretty funny.
It's like, that's like, okay, that's actually kind of a funny reference. Too bad, like, nobody else had thought of that. I hope it's just fucking improv, because this is actually written like it is. These people do not deserve careers. Because I can guarantee you there are 20 times better screenwriters who actually deserve their job. In fact, every one of the people on this movie do not deserve their jobs.
Most of them work for the Sci-Fi Channel, writing films in the Mega Shark series.
Or Dino Shark. That's an even better one.
Oh yes, Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
At least that's
better than
funny.
this film.
At least that's funny right there. Hell, Dead Heat, the movie I just talked about yesterday, was fucking better than this. And that was a movie about a zombie buddy cop movie. I shit you not, it had Vincent Price.
What?
Watch the review.
He's fucking dead.
This is back in 1988.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they had his body in there. They had him crucified. You know, it's kind of an awkward scene. I'm gonna get horrible messages for that one.
Like Weekend at Bernie's.
No one's watching this point anyway.
Weekend at Bernie's dead corpse.
A Weekend at Bernie's, Vincent Price. Down there's a mental image. That's funnier than any jokes in the movie.
Yeah. No, it's improv too. Are you 100% certain the Dark Knight joke was in the trailer?
Positive. It's for it was for it's either for Let's Do It or We Are the Millers.
I don't remember. I remember We Are the Millers. Because that one chick was hot.
What, Jennifer Aniston?
I don't know.
You don't know who Jennifer Aniston is?
No, I know who she is, and I don't know if that's what I'm talking about. I'd rewatch it. And I remember Grown Ups 2. Because I was just like...
So clearly we're done talking about the movie. Yeah, let's move on to fucking trailers. Fuck it.
Grown Ups 2 surprised me with how much I was actually chuckling at it.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up.
Okay, I have to know why.
I have not seen the original Grown Ups.
Nor have I, nor do I plan to.
Same. Grown Ups 2 trailer. They were just getting the shit kicked out of them the entire time.
How is that comedy?
Because I hate these people.
Okay, you got me there.
I wasn't aware David Spade, still had a career.
That's because he's working for Adam frickin' Sandler. He kills everyone's career that anyone touches. Goes in Happy Madison, comes out a broken man. That's how it works. They break you and then they throw you back. That's how this... It's like... People work for Happy Madison, or it's like... bringing in... just a random person, a hopeful, bright, future, optimistic person. And then you bring him to a pool. Then while you're at that pool, you cut off both his legs, and then both his arms, and then throw him in, and say, have a good career.
The Nam sound was like, "Oh, are you having trouble swimming? That's what it looks like."
Bushy, bushy, bushy. And then it's some random like, you like incest jokes or pedophilia jokes? Because we got lots of that in our company.
And then Jill from Jack and Jill comes in. "Oh, I'm here to stay at your pool for a week."
I'm Adam Sandler and cross-dressing. That's funny, right?
Eddie Murphy did it. Only 20 years ago, so I'm not that far behind.
Medea's still fucking doing it.
They're not the same person?
You racist bastard. I feel okay, when the year is over, we're gonna make a most offensive moments list, and it's just gonna be me telling you racist bastard over and over again, because I feel like we say that once per review when you in the car.
Yeah, probably.
That and throwing Asperger's as fuck in every few seconds. So after Grown Ups 2, we got, what was the other one? I've gotten it a million times.
We're the Millers.
No, that was next. This was another one I've seen. I had another stupid comedy. Fuck it, we'll come back to it. We Are the Millers, what came after that, and that's this movie about a drug dealer has to go to Mexico, but he feels like he'd get caught if he went alone, so he hires this fake family with Jennifer Aniston playing the stripper wife.
All right.
Who admittedly still looks great for her age.
Age is just a number.
I know, and I can see that.
Yeah, same goes for that Casey Miller, too.
Wow, really? Wow. Wow. You are a horrible person.
The character's age and the actor's age are totally different.
Still.
All right, anyway.
You sick bastard. You are a sick, horrible person. I feel like I should call somebody right now.
This was this was the Dark Knight joke.
Yeah, I told you it was in weird because he goes, fuck, what's the leaving the line? Like, you're talking about going to Mexico. It's like, but I might as well be coming back as Bane from Dark Knight Rises.
Like,
He goes,
it's like, I won't be suspicious. It's like, oh, it's like, you should wear a mask. It's like, oh, what? Like, Bane's like, oh, I'm just going to Mexico. And so it's like, you see that?
That was much more...
That movie happens, so it's funny now.
That was much more Sean Connery than Bane, but...
Whatever.
Hell, you do
They're
Shane...
the same fucking
you do
person.
Sean Connery, I'll do Bane. We can do that.
Oh, it's so
Hello, Sean Connery. How's the new 007 movie going?
No,
that's right. You're not. Yes, come on, you know you want to. Come on now.
So,
Shawnee,
that movie.
come out and
Shawnee.
play. Can Connery come out and play?
Hello, Bane. How are you doing today?
What movie did you just come out to, Sean Connery?
Oh.
What happened to your career after the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, it died. It was drug out to the back, and they said... No, actually what happened is that they came up to my door and said, Sean, we want to reboot League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in the same year it got released, because we fucked it up that much. And I just said, I'll be right with you. I took my career out into the backyard, gave him a nice juicy steak, cried as I loaded a single shell into my shotgun, said, may God forgive me. I just shot it there, and I said, I'm sorry. My career's gone.
Well, that's really dark there, Sonny. Let me tell you my story about the dark. I was born in it.
Where am I doing this? I'm Sean Connery.
Because you want to be like Ben. It took everyone who does right
Well,
now.
actually,
The Millers want to be like
I think
Ben.
you want to be like me, because you took my voice. I think they,
But it's
if
called
this movie was made in the
inspiration.
90s, I would have been Bane.
Well,
And
you
I would have
know.
still been a luchador and everything. My accent's
Well, you know,
great.
they're not talking about you anymore. They want to be like me.
I'm using the accent.
Okay.
I'm just dropping it like it's hot. It's disgusting.
Okay. So that was We Are the Millers.
Yep.
Now, last one we got, I really got mad at. Never set the precedence for the rest of the fucking day, which is the to-do list with that one girl from Scott Pilgrim.
Which one's this?
Remember, it was out the one with the high school student that's really like snobby and all that shit, and she wants to get laid on her first freshman year.
Oh yeah, I didn't remember that until you actually just said it right now.
That little turd that doesn't look remotely funny in any way. Look,
Yeah,
if
what-
you want to have sex, you don't have to try very hard. Or at least, if you're a woman, guys have to work a little harder. I know that's not
We're
sexist when I
not
say
touching this with a 10-foot pole, especially after everything I just said earlier.
that. Well, you know what? It's time I got a little heat.
A little heated.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
So
did every fucking trailer have Andy Samberg in it? The Lonely Island guy.
no, that was
Because we got the trailer for his TV show, which looks retarded.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Then he was in the trailer for Grown Ups 2.
oh yeah, he was, wasn't he?
I swear to God, he had a small cameo in the To-Do List trailer.
Did he? Where
I
is he?
really think so. He was like at the scene with the pool. He was one of the guys
Oh
talking to the lifeguard.
yeah. Oh god. Either way, just like
He had like a wig on, but like you could tell it was him, or it's not him. I'm crazy. And I would not be surprised if he was in We Are the Millers.
that would not shock me either.
Which sucks because
He makes funny songs.
he's a funny guy. He's dating Joanna Newsom. All right, good for him.
So
You didn't know who Joanna Newsom is, do
nope,
you?
not a
Okay. And he's kind of like a funny guy. He's made good career choices, but then he does this, and it's just like, Andy, why?
It's like, what was it you said after the to-do list trailers? You lean over and you go, you want to leave? It's like, I kind of do. But if I start now, I'm never going to be able to stop leaving at every bad movie I go see.
It was just from the audience, from the trailers, I'm just like, we don't have to do this.
It's like, yes, we do.
We paid our dues. We can go. They got our money. That's all they care about.
Fuck. So, Shawnee, what do you think about the movie?
I liked that it was very misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yes, just like me. Let me tell you, if I was that woman's boss, this film would have ended in 5 minutes when I just slapped her across the face and then get me more brandy.
And you thought what I said was bad.
Well, I mean, this is just real life now. But oh my god, that accent just goes after like 3 sentences.
Hey, the whole thing we just did is like 10 times funnier than the whole fucking movie.
It really was.
So, I hope you enjoyed that.
Not funny. But making fun of Shawn Connery because he's misogynist is funny, which is how you make that kind of material
Funny!
Yeah.
You don't just say, oh, he's being misogynist, that alone is funny. No, it's not!
Yeah. But when somebody has like their reputation, trying to like take that stab at them, with, like their fame and everything, that kind of makes it more relevant to a context and the situation.
It's all about context. Humor really is all about context. And if you just don't even bother with that, it's not funny.
As they say, there's only... This is said back in like the early days of cinema, like the 1910s or 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
I forget who said it, but he discovered Charlie Chaplin. So he knows comedy. There are only 2 forms of comedy: mistaken identity and the loss of dignity.
That feels like it went through all 10 seasons of Frasier with that.
And was Frasier a funny show?
Frasier was a great show.
Exactly, because they knew what to do.
Frasier had his shit together.
This
no one ever talked
film had really none of that.
No, it's. I wouldn't even call it a comedy. This is much more of a tragedy for Hollywood. So I think we basically just said our final thoughts.
You know, as I was driving over here, the soundtrack for Funny Thing Happened Went to the Forum came on.
I was in that play.
Good. Who were you?
I understudied for Melees, and I played one of the Proteans.
All right.
I got to play Melees once. It was a great night. That's another story.
It's just going on. Nathan Lane singing. It's like tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight, and then you just hear like all the moaning and agony, and then he's just like, tragedy tomorrow, comedy tonight, and everybody just goes like, oh, and then just restarts. Like, was I in the middle of this for 2 hours?
That's basically what it felt like. My bride, come bring to me my bride.
Where'd my phone go?
You think you put... Did you toss in the back of the can?
I think so.
Alright. So I think it's all we got. So, we'll see you all later this week with either the Bane and Rain, if we can finally get around to that. And, what else I have to say? Oh, yes! White House Down, which they tried to talk me into seeing tonight, but I mistakenly said no. So, yeah. Fuck you, Hollywood. You have any last words, Shawnee?
I found my phone.
You found his phone. Good
Yes.
night.